At kami po ay nagbabalik dito sa Bahay at Buhay. Sa ngalan po ni Miss Lala Roque, ako po muna ang inyong makakapiling Isa Avendaño Umali. At kanina, nahagipan na natin yung ating paksa para sa araw na ito. Ang overthinking o labis na pag-iisip. Pero ano nga bang kaibahan nito sa pagiging planner naman, 'di ba? So mas magbuting meron tayong makausap para mas maliwanagan din tayong lahat. At siguro mabigyan din ng gabay, lalong-lalo na doon sa ating mga kababayan, mga kapuso natin na nakararanas ng ganitong sitwasyon. Live via Zoom, nasa linya na po natin si Coach Pat Malyari, Certified Transformative and Life Coach. Magandang umaga po and welcome sa Super Radio DCWB.
Magandang umaga po, Isa, at sa mga tagapakinig. Good morning.
Thank you so much po, Coach Pat, sa inyo pong pagpapaulak sa amin dito sa Super Radio DZWB. Yun nga po, first question. Ano bang pinagkaiba ng overthinker tsaka ng planner, ma'am?
Actually, very closely related yung overthinking and planning because planning starts in our mind. It happens in our mind as well. But I think what differentiates o pagkakaiba talaga niya, overthinking is you don't act on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You worry about what could and could not happen, ano yung mangyari at hindi yung mangyayari. Yung planning naman, siguro may elemento dito ng action, ng steps na pwede mong gawin. So very closely related and it goes hand in hand actually.
Opo. Pero paano mo masasabi na, ay teka, mali na pala tong sobra-sobrang pag-iisip ko, itong pagiging overthinker ko?
I'm sure maraming nakaranas din yan, no?
Like me.
Oo. I think first, yung physical manifestation sa katawan natin. Mapapansin yan kapag nag-overthink na kayo. Una, masakit ang ulo mo, naninikip ang dibdib mo, masakit yung mga katawan mo, no? Sometimes other people feel na they become sleepy, ganyan. So, or sometimes hindi rin makatulog. So, it could really be extreme. So, physical manifestation, yun yung una. For me, yung pangalawang manifestation is nag-freeze ka. Meaning, sa sobrang dami mong inisip, hindi ka na makagalaw. Hindi mo na alam kung ano yung next step na gagawin mo. Yun.
So, para lang po mas malinaw sa ating mga kababayan, Coach Pat, ito po bang pagiging overthinker ay ma-consider bilang isang mental issue?
I wouldn't say that it's a mental issue right away. I mean, I know that in the area of psychology, we like labeling things and diagnosing. So we know what it is or where can we begin. But I could say that it is a challenge for many people. It is a challenge for many people to overthink because we have the capacity to think. Diba? Kaya na kasi nating magplano, kaya we have that. But I wouldn't say really it's a mental issue. But more of it comes, it happens. Kasama yun ng buhay at way, I think, of living. But for me, the issue more is you think, tapos you don't execute. Meaning, you don't act on it. And I encountered this a lot, Isa, with my clients. Na kaya rin sila nagkipag-usap sa akin kasi they cannot act. So, they want that confidence and confirmation to act on something.
Ayun. Yun nga pong isa sa mga bagay din, no, Coach Pat. Sinasabi nila na yung overthinking ay isa sa mga reason kung bakit nagkakaroon ng sadness or kalungkutan yung isang tao. Pero bukod po sa sadness or kalungkutan, ano pa yung naidudulot nitong overthinking?
So nabanggit mo na yung sadness, no? One obviously is anxiety as well. Sadness kasi is you feel that feeling or naramdaman mo yun at the present moment or in the past, right? Anxiety is future. Meaning, may mga nakikita ka or may gusto kang mangyari in the future na hindi mo magawa, kaya ka nga nagpa-plan, right? And overthink. For me, another effect, no, of overthinking as well is, yun nga, you just let go. Actually, may ganong tao, no, na overthink mo, may iba parang, okay, best in action, best in planning. May iba parang, ayoko na ito isipin, bibitawan ko na lang. You just give up. Parang medyo kahalintulad din ng freezing yon, no? So, could be anxiety and then you feel helpless and you just give up on it.
Pero paano mo malalabanan, di ba, yung overthinking? Kasi nabanggit ko nga kanina, before palang naranasan ko ditong overthinking na dumating sa point na naapektuhan na yung emotions ko, na feeling ko hindi na ako masaya sa mga nangyayari dahil isip ako ng isip eh, 'di ba? So paano ko may madadivert yung bagay na yun sa ibang bagay para hindi na ako masyadong isip ng isip. Yun.
Magandang tanong. I think and then I guess better question no when we talk about overthinking. One, we have to realize that what we feel about overthinking, ang sanhi talaga nun kung ano yung naiisip natin, no? So kung ano naiisip natin, konektado yan sa nararamdaman natin. But the good news is this, we can influence what we think. And yung emotions natin, we don't need to be a victim of it, di ba? Hindi natin kailangan na magpadala. Although madaling mapadala o magpadala sa emosyon, pwedeng hindi. And that's by actually changing the way we think about a situation. So we call this reappraising the situation, no? Na, okay, if this is the current situation I'm in, what are my options? But the more important thing, after reappraising, evaluating the situation, anong pwede mangyari is, ano yung pwede kong itry na gawin? Ano yung pwede kong simulan? Kahit maliit na step. I mean, yung overthinking kasi, yes, on the big things, but it can actually be on the small things, Isa, ha? Like, iaway kayo ng magulang mo or ng mga anak mo. And then you overthink things, right? So, na-apply din siya. So, actually, I use a line in my coaching sessions. I say, action precedes clarity. Sometimes, hindi talaga magiging 100% clear yung gusto nating outcome o resulta sa buhay o sa sitwasyon. Hindi natin malalaman hanggat we try something, we act on something, then we know. Then it becomes clear to us na, tama pala tong decision ko or hindi.
Ganda.
So, yes, so act on it, experiment, try, and see what happens. Then you gain also the confidence. Kasi yun nga, when you're anxious about the future, you don't have the confidence to go for it, to try it. So to battle that, right, it's act on it. Because when you act on it, you build your confidence, your capacity na, kaya ko pala.
Pero may pagkakataon po ba, Coach Pat, na parang, alam niyo yun, nagsasanib puwersa yung pagiging overthinker tsaka pagiging planner. Kumbaga, planner ka, nilalatag mo ang bawat bagay na gusto mong mangyari, kumbaga naghahanda ka, pero at the same time, sobra mo naman siyang iniisip na nakakaapekto na siya sa buhay mo.
Yeah. I mean, it really happens. I mean, it's good. I would say yung anxiety, we connote it as something that's bad. But actually, it can also, may maganda rin siyang maidudulot. Kasi you're a critical thinker. I mean, that's another way to look at it, di ba? Na, you know the pros and cons, you know strategies. Sa trabaho, gustong-gusto yan ng mga employers, yung critical thinker ka. So, again, for me, it will all boil down to, does it make you freeze and just give up? Or does it propel you to move and try? For me, that's the main differentiator na pwede mong tanungin sa sarili mo when you're anxious. Ano ba to? Yun nga, parang, will I just give up on this or will I try something?
Ano yung mga instances, Coach Pat, na nag-overthink ka? For yung mga possible example lang, halimbawa, nag-overthink ka sa trabaho, di ba? Nag-overthink ka sa buhay mo sa family. Ano pa yung mga ma-share mo?
Yeah. We overthink, Isa, on things that matter to us. Yung importante sa atin. Di ba? Kasi kung hindi siya importante sa atin, hindi naman natin yan bibigyan ng oras, no? Ng utak, ng atensyon natin. So, yes, it could be work, but also, you know, very big would be relationships. When you have strained relationships with family or friends, that can make you think. You know, there was a time during the pandemic, I was thinking so much about where does this, kung saan ba nang galing tong sakit na to? Sino kung nagsimula? So, ang dami natin pwedeng maging anxious about kung gustuhin natin.
Totoo diba? Yan, Coach Pat. Parang isa ako sa mga yun.
Diba? So, think about the things that are important to you. Kaya mo siya pinag-iisipan kasi importante siya sa'yo. Mahalaga siya.
Meron nagpapatanong dito, Coach Pat, maganda rin yung question niya, no? Yung overthinker ba ay may connection sa pagiging pessimist?
Okay. So, we're using a lot of words here, no? And a lot of labels with ourselves. We know this, right? when you say you're a pessimist, you think about the worst case scenario,
Yeah.
negative thinking. You know what? Some people would call it, I'm a realist. Hindi pessimist, no?
Mm-mm.
Kasi nga, you ground yourself with reality. I wouldn't say automatically overthinker ka, pessimistic ka,
Mhm.
because you can overthink of the good things as
Mhm.
well. And so when you're a pessimist, you think about the things that could not happen, and I think ito yung main description niya, no?
Mhm.
Na nothing good can happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
That
Tama.
that nothing good can happen. I cannot do anything about it. Then you're a pessimistic, but not necessarily an overthinker.
Pero yun nga po no, Coach Pat, sa overthinker or overthinking, hindi mo rin naman talaga makokontrol yung mga tao, 'di ba? Na magganoon, no, gumawa ng ganoon or makontrol sila na mag-isip na mag-isip. Pero tayo halimbawa bilang isang kaibigan, bilang isang kaanak or mahal sa buhay, papaano natin matutulungan at magagabayan yung mga taong humaharap sa ganoon?
Great question. You know what? And this is what I encounter also with my clients na, alam mo, gusto nila lang ng makakausap, ng makikinig sa kanila without solving things for them.
Mhm.
So if
Yeah.
you have a family member or a friend who thinks so much at sa pag-iisip ng sobra-sobra na, na-anxious or nade-depress, just be with them. Pakinggan nyo sila. You don't need to, again, give solutions. That's the worst thing that can happen. Kaya minsan yung mga tao mas gustong kumausap ng professional
Yeah.
kasi hindi sila kilala.
Mhm.
Number one. And number two, hindi sila bibigyan basta-basta ng advice
Mhm.
na ganito yung gawin mo. Kasi minsan yun yung hesitation natin to open up with families.
Yes, totoo po. Mm-mm.
Makabias sila, magbigay sila ng suggestion or solution sa akin na kasi yun yung gusto kong marinig, 'di ba? So, I think just be with them, listen to them. Again, you don't need to give solutions. But more importantly, I think what you can do is to remind them that they're not alone in that overthinking.
Opo.
You are there to support them. So, pwede mong tanungin, so anong pwede kong maitulong sa'yo dito sa, naiisip mo? That's very reassuring. At gumagaan yung problema, gumagaan yung naiisip mo kapag may nakikinig talaga sa'yo.
Coach Pat, meron din dito nagpapatanong, no, nakakaapekto ba yung kasulukuyang pamamayagpag, di ba, ng social media sa pagiging overthinker ng isang tao? Kumbaga, syempre, may mga nakikita yung ibang mga kababayan natin sa social media, halimbawa na nagbakasyon, marami mga gamit, in a way, naiinggit, nag-overthink yung tao.
Totoo. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that that was asked, no? Our emotions kasi, again, no, are influenced by the way we think or what we think. And what influences kung ano yung naiisip natin, it's through our eyes, through our ears, through, how we perceive the world. And again, good or bad, right? Social media makes us aware of many things. Sometimes unnecessary, or actually most of the time, unnecessary things, unnecessary situations. So I say yes, social media does affect, because you see more situations, sometimes not even relevant to you, that affects you. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people, yung isang solusyon nila, nagsa-social media detox. Biglang nag-deactivate ng social media just to get it away from their senses, from what they see, what they hear. Again, because it affects the way that they think. I highly suggest that if you're overwhelmed. I mean, some people kasi use social media to distract themselves din.
Yes.
Para hindi ko maisip yung mga problema ko. Scroll na lang ako sa Facebook. I mean, that's one strategy to cope temporarily, right, with the situation. But then you don't get to resolve the things that you need to resolve as well. So, I say yes, social media has good or bad depending on the way you see it, the way that you use it. You need to have an honest conversation with yourself na, ginagamit ko lang ba to distract myself?
Yeah.
Or, am I, is there something that I can do with it?
Coach Pat, meron ditong nag-text sa ating DZB Big Text Connect. Pag may tendency na ako mag-overthink, na parang ang dami-daming dapat gawin, I just list down all these things that I want to do and pray about them. I list them according to urgency and needs, weeding out those less important. Then kampante na ako na ang mga ito ay hindi ko na makakaligtaan dahil nakalista na. Tama po ba yung binanggit ng ating texter?
Ganda, ang ganda. Yes, ang ganda ng strategy na yan. In fact, I recommend that a lot of times with my clients to do journaling. Because when we think, those thoughts are intangible floating objects in our minds.
Yeah.
So,
Opo.
diba, ang hirap niyang tignan logically kasi hindi mo siya nakikita. But when you start writing it, even ako, ginagawa ko to araw-araw, Isa. I would write my thoughts. Kasi once it's written, it's confirmed. It's more real to you. At minsan pag nakita mo yan on paper, yung solusyon din lumalabas. Or nakita mo, saan kaya nang gagaling to? So that's one purpose of it, to see what's in your thoughts physically. Another reason why writing them down is helpful is that para siyang parking lot.
Yeah.
Parang parking lot siya ng thoughts na, okay, nasulat ko na siya, pwede kong balikan mamaya. And I can move on maybe on urgent tasks that I need to do. So, writing has really a lot of benefits. I really encourage it. It clarifies what's on your mind. And I guess ultimately, yung pinupunto ko dito, Isa, is you empower yourself to do something. That's the beauty of writing.
Ako, sisimulan ko na yung pag-journal, 'di ba? Dati kasi nagaganyan din ako, Coach Pat. I mean, naglalagay pa ako. May mga notebooks ako, tapos nilalagay ko doon ako ano yung mga pinagdaanan ko nung araw na yon, mga ginawa ko nung araw na yon. Minsan may mga photos pa or stickers na nilalagay. Pero nag-stop lang din ako dahil sa sobrang daming ginagawa. Pero yun nga, tama ka na makakatulong yung paglilist talaga or journaling or iba pang mga ways para hindi mo masyadong maisip din yung mga kung ano-ano mga bagay-bagay. Pero siguro na lang, Coach Pat, your message sa ating mga kapuso, sa ating mga kababayan na nakikinig sa atin ngayon, may pinagdadaanan na ganitong sitwasyon, tsaka paano kanila mako-contact if ever na gusto kanilang makausap?
My message really to everybody is, one, overthinking is not bad. Don't feel bad. It happens to the best of us. So I think you don't need to feel guilty about overthinking. Yun yung gusto kong encouragement na ibigay. And again, like what I always say, it can be good or bad. It's bad when it freezes you. You become frozen and you can't do anything about it. But also at the same time, it can work to your advantage because you plan things already and you settle things. And the more important thing is that after thinking, diba? Kasi think about it. Kung ano yung mapasok talaga sa isip mo, it affects how you feel. And so, watch very closely on that. And last but not the least is don't forget to try and act and experiment. Because that's the only way to resolve the thinking. At pwede pang mabawasan yung overthinking when you start on acting on things because you know better and you know the result. So, you're not alone, and reach out. Lastly, reach out for help. Maybe family, friends, maybe a coach. You can also talk to them. Kasi gumagaan yung burden when you talk to somebody. Where you can reach me, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and also in LinkedIn. You can search for me, Coach Pat Malyari. I also have Purpose Coaching PH. So that's my handle for Facebook and Instagram. You can reach me there.
Ayan. And with that po, Coach Pat, maraming pong salamat sa inyong oras. Lagi po kayo mag-iingat.
Thank you. Bye.
Yan po si Coach.
Walang pinoprotektahan.